Welcome to my podcast, Tricks of the Trademark. This is Erik Pelton with another podcast episode in which I share advice and experience based on my 20 years of working with clients around the world to protect and strengthen their brands. We handle a lot of cases each year before the Trademark Trial and Appeal Board, and we get a lot of questions from clients, potential clients, even other law firms about some of the mechanics of the TTAB, or the Trademark Trial and Appeal Board. So I want to give you some background on what it is that they do and how. The TTAB is an administrative court at the U.S. Patent and Trademark Office made up of more than 20 administrative judges who decide primarily two types of cases: appeals of final refusals, those are called ex parte appeals, or inter partes cases, which are generally oppositions to pending applications or cancellations of existing registrations. Some of the stats I just looked up are pretty mind-blowing. There's about 3,300 ex parte appeals filed every year. There's about 6,500 oppositions each year that are filed, and around 2,200 petitions to cancel that are started each year. Now, not all of those are decided by the board because a lot of them end up getting resolved or settled or withdrawn or defaulted on. In fact, it's a relatively small percentage that get all the way to a final decision of the board, but even as a small percentage, that still adds up to a lot of cases every year. The board's rules are governed by something called the TTAB Manual of Procedure, or TBMP. This is a very thick document full of all kinds of procedural information about the many stages of appeals or inter partes cases. You can search documents and dockets in TTAB cases in their online system that's called TTAB View. That's TTABVUE.USPTO.gov. And the board has its own online filing system for documents in cases. That is called ESTA, E-S-T-T-A. Finally, what happens after a board decision is issued in one of these cases? Well, it could still potentially live on in yet another round of appeals, and an appeal of a board decision could go to either the Court of Appeals for the Federal Circuit, which sits here in Washington, D.C., and hears several different types of appellate cases and is just one step removed from the Supreme Court, or appeals from the board can go to a U.S. District Court for a different type of appeal that is really more like a new trial. We, of course, handle all these different types of cases before the TTAB, and we're happy to talk about a case that you have or might have if you have questions. You can also find lots of resources about the TTAB on our website or connect with us at erikpelton.com. You've been listening to Tricks of the Trademark with me, Erik Pelton. I've been making trademarks bloom since 1999. For more information about my trademark services, visit my website at erikpelton.com. Thanks for listening.